Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, you see we are playing PES, and we're going to do something we haven't done before. Today, we are going to do a Master League today. And when I decided I was going to do a Master League, I was like, what team am I going to use? Because I did not want to use a Premier League team solely because I could do that on FIFA because it's fully licensed. And I was going to use a Premier League team, but I'll do that on FIFA because they are fully licensed on FIFA. Instead, I'm going to pick a Serie A team, and the reason I'm doing Serie A, and I'm actually going to choose Roma, is because the entire Serie A has about like 8 to 10 teams that are very strong, and it's fully licensed, so it means a lot of the faces are there, a lot of the different stadiums, just a whole different realistic atmosphere for you guys to experience. And Roma does not have a lot of stars on their team, so I can just change whoever without it being too like, why'd you sell this guy? So as you see, we are going to pick our manager, and if I would have did Napoli, I probably would have chose Diego Maradona, RIP. But since we are using Roma, you know, if they had Totti, I would have used Totti. But this is the manager we're going to go with. And since we are in the Italian league, we're going to need an Italian manager name. And the first name that came to mind to me, because watching football growing up, one of my favorite players was Italian, nationality wise, and that's Mario Balotelli. So we're just going to name him Mario. I didn't want you to think, well, he plays Nintendo. Mario? No. It's Mario Balotelli. And we're going to make him from Italy as well. But, you know, you guys, I really want to thank you guys for supporting the channel and always being here in my comments, liking the videos. So I decided, why not do a Master League? Something that we could do, something that I could upload maybe daily, every 1 or 2 days. Because the Become a Legends actually take a little bit of time to put a story together and brainstorm and this and that. So, as you see, we just went through the settings there. So you can see I am playing it on Superstar. So if you guys see me struggle a little bit, don't judge me. No, actually do. Judge me in the comments. Give me feedback. Give me criticism. Help me help myself. So what we're gonna do for the beginning of the season, as you see, I skipped the cutscenes because you guys have seen it. I've seen it. It's the same cutscenes every time. But what we're gonna do is the first transfer window, only because PES making transfers in PES takes so long, because nobody's willing to buy a lot of your players immediately like they do on FIFA. FIFA, you can just first day make 10 transfers or transfer listed offers. In PES, it kind of takes a while. So the first transfer window, I'm going to make the transfers. You guys can judge them. But after that, in the second transfer window, leave in the comments who you think I should buy, who you think I should get to bolster up this team. As you see, we have a lot of elderly people, a lot of cane users, a lot of wheelchair guys. But we do have a mixture of young talent in there, but I'm trying to get rid of, some of the older guys. As you see, we have Justin Kluivert here. We do have some youth in here, like Zaniolo, valued at 60 million. That I hope he's good, because if not, he's getting transfer listed. I don't know a lot of these Roma players. I know, Pedro, Mkhitaryan, Dzeko, Pellegrini's. Those players I know, but the other ones, I don't know. So they're liable to get transfer listed. Please don't get mad. Like I said, this is something that we can, just build our team with. And as you see, we have a very, very high transfer budget. 115 million is a lot. I did not expect Roma to have that much money. So that means we have a lot of money to play with. And going through the player's market value, all we're going to do here is, like I said, I want to completely change this team. So I am going to transfer list a lot of players. But this is PES, so I don't expect to get a lot of offers. So I kind of want to start this team out young, so I'm kind of looking for younger talent. So if you guys could help me, like I said, not in this transfer window, but in the next one, because as the season progresses, I can put in early transfer, or you can put in a transfer. Basically, you can buy someone beforehand, of course, you guys know. So it gives me more time to, work out the negotiations versus, you have 2 weeks to, get this player, and then the deadline comes up, and then it's you get 10 hours to make contract negotiations, and each one takes 3 to 4 hours. It's you might sign 1 or 2 people. So the first player we are going to try to sign here, as you see, I am looking through Real Madrid. I told you I want to start this team out young, and it doesn't get better in young talent than Real Madrid. And I'm looking at guys like Rodrigo, 19 years of age, worth $50 million, and we have enough money to get a guy like this. So we're gonna go ahead and put a bid in for him. Now the only thing that I see with is our salary budget. If we are not able to basically transfer our those guys we put on the transfer list, if we are not able to sell them, then we might have to release them in order to just get the money for the salary budget. And another player we are looking at here is Vinicius Jr. You guys know who he is. He was big on FIFA last year with the Volta mode. He's one of the most touted young attackers in the world playing for Real Madrid. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put both of their names on our list, and as you see, they have both accepted it. But we've came into the problem that I said earlier. We have to release a few players. Here we're going to probably release Javier Pastore. And this is what I mean. When we release him, we get $50,000 to our salary budget, which allows us to negotiate their contracts. Here we're also going to release Carlos Perez, giving us $155,000. Now we probably need to release 1 or 2 more people just to make sure we're able to sign both players. So we're going to release Diego Parati. And I know you guys might be like, why'd you do that? We're starting over in Roma. There is a new Roman emperor, and it is me. And Rome was not built in a day. So this is going to take some time. As you see, we are accepting Vinicius Jr. And he cost $100,000 weekly salary budget. And then we also have to sign Rodrigo to a 70. The same thing. We have to sign him. We have to sign him to $100,000. So there we go. Those two are going to be our main signings right there. As you see, we are introducing Vinicius here to the team. I don't know if we'll have one for Rodrigo because they're signed on the same day, and they usually don't do that in PES. When you sign 2 people at the same time, usually the bigger star gets the introduction and the other one doesn't. But like I said, those are our 2 players. If we are able to sell any of the other transfer listed players, like here we have a negotiation with Fazio. Some players we're going to have to sell because we've used all our money. Even if we were trying to sell somebody small or buy somebody smaller, we would still need more salary budget to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and release him. Gives us a little bit more money to play with, a little bit more money to have for the next transfer window. And I think we're gonna get into our first game here. You know, now I do want you guys to tell me, like, would you rather see more of the game? Would you rather see it like skim down to where I just show you the highlights of the game? You know, so the episode doesn't take long. Would you rather see more touches, more fouls? Would you just rather see the fun stuff? So that's up to you guys. Leave it in the comments. We'll let episode 1 be kind of like a taste of our first Master League together. And here we go in our first game versus Hellas Verona. Not very many, not really a star on their team. As you see, this is our starting lineup. Looking pretty good, if you ask me. Pellegrini in the middle with Vertaus and Zaniolo, Rodrigo, and Vinicius Jr. on the left and right wings. But of course, Dzeko at the top. You know. But you guys, tell me how you guys' Christmas went. Tell me how you guys' New Year's went. You know, just let me know, like, so we can get that bond going. This is a family here. You guys push me to be better, and I push you guys to like and comment and subscribe. We work as a team. You guys motivate me. Every time you guys leave a like or a comment or something like that, it blows my mind. The people that watch my videos, you know, and I couldn't do this without y'all. Like, y'all really make me want to work harder on more and more series, just to get you guys' reaction, just see the people that like what I do. You know, it's very inspirational. You know, if you guys want to start a channel or something like that, leave it in the comments. I'll look at it. You know, I'll watch it. I'll like. If it's good, I'll subscribe. You know, it's the same thing I want you guys to do to me. If it's bad, tell me it's bad in the comments. What is this? What is this? You know, and it's just that interaction that gives us, you know, that brotherhood, that bonding, you know, that the world needs. But here we go in our first game versus Hellas Verona, kicking the ball off. See what our team can do. We're building a new team, guys. See what we can make happen. And, you know, and also let me guys know what camera view you guys, you know, kind of want here, because, you know, I'm kind of going just broadcast camera to start off the game with. As you see, Hellas Verona coming with their first attack here. One of their first chances on goal. Probably should have been a goal, but did end up missing there. You know, we really got to see how our team does. And I'm trying to talk to you guys while also trying to commentate over this video. And they're taking another shot. Hellas Verona looking dangerous against Roma here. There we go, playing it into Vinicius Jr. See what he can do, playing a cross in. Picked up by Rodrigo. Trying to make a chip, and it hits the crossbar. That would have been Rodrigo's first goal in his debut. We got to feed him again. He's making a little bit of an impact, playing a cross in. Dangerous cross right there. We just got to put a head to it. Playing a cross in. Let's see what we can make happen. Pellegrini taking a shot. It gets blocked. That's going to take us into halftime. We do go into halftime tied 0-0. You know, I'm really wondering who's going to be our leading goal scorer this year, especially with, you know, of course, Dzeko. But my wingers are not the type to just play crosses in. I kind of want them flanking in, and I'm going to need somebody with Dzeko in the middle. I'm definitely going to need somebody to cross the ball in. But here we go. Into the second half. Here come Hellas Verona with the header, getting the first goal of the game. Barak. I can't call him Barak. His name might be Barak. Barak with the first goal. Strong header, putting the ball into the back of the net, and Roma goes down 1-0 in the first game. Debut not looking so good for me. And the players we've signed, they might sack us after the first game. They might take our job away after the first game. I think I told him in the cutscene that we were going to win the league. It's going to be almost impossible with Juventus. I'm pretty sure they've won the league for like the last 8 to 10 years. But here we go, Vinicius Jr. with an opportunity on the left side, trying to curl a ball in, but we hit the post. That's the second shot we've taken and hit the post. We're very unlucky here.
He's got away.
And going into the 87th minute, can we get a tie? Kleiber playing into Pellegrini. Pellegrini taking a shot. And we're going to have to make a sub here. We have 2 minutes left. Can we get a goal? 90th minute, playing a cross in. Gets headed away. We need a miracle. Mkhitaryan coming in. Trying to get past traffic here. Playing the ball down the middle. Vinicius Jr. taking another shot, and the goalkeeper saves it. They didn't want us to score. So that's going to do it. We take a loss in our first game. Our debut going down with 0 points. Kind of surprising, but you guys know superstar difficulty is not easy. We had better possession. We just could not get a win here. That's going to do it for the first game. These are the player rankings, and for some reason, Vinicius Jr. with a 4.5. I don't know how he had a 4.5. He had one of the only shots on goal. And as you see, match day 1, the scores around the league, you know, the thing is about the Serie A league, it's very top heavy. As you see, Inter and Juventus will almost always be at the top of the league. They're very hard to beat. They're strong. The squad is just too strong. I don't know how we're going to beat them. And as you see, look, our manager's already stressing out. I told you, they're going to fire us on the first day. They're already like, oh, you played one game and nobody scored. They're gonna fire me, okay? That's why we have to get more talent into the team. That's why I'm putting everybody on the transfer list. But that's going to do it for episode 1, guys. Like I said, leave it in the comments how you want this series to go. Like I always say, thank you guys for watching. You are my biggest inspiration, my biggest support. Hope you guys are having a great new year. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. You know, like and subscribe if you're new. And peace.